When you hear Roblox tower defense games, two distinct types comes to mind. On one side, you have games like Tower Defense Simulator, Tower Defense X, and Doom Spire Defense. These games are recognized for their strong emphasis on strategy, teamwork, and careful placements of units. The core gameplay revolves around managing resources, upgrading towers, and defeating waves of enemies through tactical decisions. Then there are games like Anime Defenders, Anime Last Stand, and Anime Vanguard, where the gacha system is at the heart of the gameplay. Instead of focusing purely on strategy, much of the experience revolves around collecting powerful characters through anime pulls. The literal core gameplay here is shaped by the luck-based system, where unlocking rare and strong units through gacha often determines your success, making the process of summoning characters just as crucial as the tower defense mechanics. These gacha-based tower defense games are often criticized for being more focused on monetization than on delivering a solid gameplay experience, which is correct. Many players feel that the reliance on random character pulls creates an unfair advantage for those willing to spend money, making the game feel more like a cash grab. The gameplay often becomes less about strategy and more about how lucky or how much money you are willing to invest to unlock the best characters, which can frustrate players who prefer a more skill-based approach. But have you ever wondered if these gacha-based tower defense games could actually be fun and require more strategy than luck in the current Roblox era? Well, actually, it can. Look, people often think that gacha tower defense games are mostly cash grabs that rely solely on luck and how much money players are willing to spend. But the truth is, there are some gacha tower defense games that rely more on strategy than luck. While the random character pulls are still a core part of the gameplay, these games can challenge players to make the best use of the units they have acquired, combining their abilities in creative ways and adapting to the different scenarios. In these cases, strategy plays a bigger role than just throwing money at the game. There are two games that have succeeded in implementing this type of gameplay, and that is the Bellcats and Arknights. Both games integrate a gacha system, but place a strong emphasis on strategy. In the Bellcats, while you do rely on random pulls to collect new units, success depends on understanding each unit's strengths, weaknesses, and how they work together. You can't just throw in your strongest units and hope to win. You need to think about timing, positioning, and resource management. Additionally, players are rewarded with free strong units for beating certain levels, allowing for a progression without relying solely on gacha pulls. Arknight takes it a step further by combining tower defense mechanics with strategic unit placement and resource management. Despite having a gacha system for acquiring new operators, the game encourages creative strategies as players can beat levels using low rarity units, proving that victory is about skillful play rather than brute strength. By adapting to each level's specific challenges and experimenting with various tactics, players are rewarded for their strategic depth rather than relying solely on the most powerful operators. Both games demonstrate that even with gacha mechanics, thoughtful strategy can be the core of the gameplay. Okay, so with examples like the Bellcats and Arknights, it's clear that developers can make good gacha tower defense games. So why won't Roblox game developers do the same? Well, it all comes down to the root of all evil: money and greed. Many Roblox developers lean heavily into monetizing their games because gacha systems, when done poorly, are incredibly profitable. Instead of focusing on crafting a balanced strategy-driven experience, they prioritize quick cash by enticing players to spend money on random pulls. This leads to shallow gameplay where paying players are gonna get a significant advantage, leaving those who can or won't spend money at a disadvantage. The potential for a great gacha tower defense games exists, but the drive for easy profit often overshadows the opportunity for innovation and balanced gameplays. And not only that, these developers often overlook key aspects like map design and unit balancing, which only worsens the experience. As a result, older units become obsolete when newer, stronger ones are introduced in the updates. I hate to use this game as an example, but it's the perfect case of bad balancing. And that game is Toilet Tower Defense. Oh my god, it'll get me out of this hell. Every time this game updates, the older once powerful units get power crept by a huge margin. It's frustrating because instead of creating a balanced system where older units still hold value, the developers keep pushing new units that completely outshine the old ones, forcing players to chase the latest releases just to stay competitive. This cycle of neglecting balance in favor of constantly selling new units shows a clear lack of focus on long-term gameplay enjoyment. And to make things even worse, the way you get these new overpowered units is through absurdly low odds, like a 0.01% chance in a loot crate. This only further pushes the game into a pay-to-win territory. To put that into perspective, a 0.01% chance is lower than your odds of getting hit by a car in the freaking road. It's a blatant cash grab that frustrates players who aren't willing to gamble large sums of money for a slim shot obtaining the newest units. This kind of system not only ruins the balance, but also makes the game less enjoyable for those who prefer skill-based progression over luck or spending. So, does this really mean there can be no good gacha tower games in Roblox? No, there is a chance. Amidst the pile of cash grab gacha tower defense games, there is one that has taken the right approach, drawing inspirations from the Battlecats. That game is the Battlebricks. Ignoring the awful community the Battlebricks has, Battlebricks is essentially the Battlecats in Roblox, and successfully follows the formula that made the Battlecats enjoyable. The gameplay isn't forced on the gacha system, instead it emphasizes strategy, unit combination, creativity, and skill. The level designs are balanced and fair, accommodating both free-to-play and pay-to-win players alike. This approach allows players to engage with the game meaningfully without feeling pressured to spend money to succeed. By focusing on solid mechanics and fair designs, along with encouraging creative combination of units, Battlebricks shows that it is impossible to create a gacha tower defense games in Roblox that delivers an enjoyable experience for everyone. So to sum up this entire video, yes, there is a chance for a good gacha tower defense game to be made in Roblox. Battlebricks has already proven that it can be done. Who knows, maybe one day we will see a tower defense games that incorporates a gacha system, following the same successful formula as Arknights. If that happens, it could lead to a shift in how developers approach gacha mechanics, focusing more on balanced gameplay and strategic depth rather than just cash grabs. Such a change could benefit the entire genre, providing a player with engaging experience that prioritizes skills, creativity, and fair play. My name is Marza, and I like to play strategy games, and I'll see you in the next video.